up, guys? Welcome to local band Smokeout. Any genre from anywhere in the entire world. I want to hear your music.
All right, what is up, A10? I appreciate you guys being here. It's your boy BG, and I've seen a bunch of comments of other A10 asking me to shoot individual episodes of the members of SB19 for what Casual Chuck has put together. So we're going to go ahead and start that. This is the first one. It's going to be about Pablo, what nobody understands about Pablo. Now, first and foremost, before we start, please support Casual Chuck. Look up his channel, hit the sub button. If you end up enjoying this reaction video, please consider clicking the subscribe button for my channel. That'd be amazing. We have, I think, like almost 240 reactions for SB19 and their solo material and counting. Of course, support them as well. But let's deep dive here and discover some more information about Pablo that we did not know.
It's okay to make mistakes, but don't.
I'm just gonna grab a drink. I'm still here.
Sino ang pinakamatagal mag-ayos?
Ay! Let's go! Hindi ko po hindi ako. I did unspeakable things talaga.
Gets all the drama moments.
Everybody would love a taste of Pablo's life, having his own family business and the utmost respect from his co-members and fans. Pablo's life seems perfect, yet the truth is completely different. Not too long ago, he has been put in the shadows even though his role with SB19 is supposed to be significant. There were moments that his work wasn't even acknowledged. He is also seen as a member who has the strongest personality, which most people don't understand. But I'm telling you, Pablo's story is a revelation because it proves otherwise, and you're about to hear it. So sit back and enjoy because it's going to be a heck of a ride.
I'm ready. I don't understand. I already don't understand something that Chuck said, though. He's recently been put on the back burner, even though he's a main member. I don't know if I agree with that.
John Paulo Nace was born and raised in Imus, Cavite. He's the second-born child along with two sisters and two brothers. Their mom took care of them while their dad provided for them financially from overseas. Pablo grew up as a shy kid who tends to space out, and because of that, he sometimes wandered off of their pack when they were outside. There was a time when their family was in the mall and he suddenly went missing. They panicked for a little bit, only to find him urinating on a plant in the corner. There was also another time when he fell into the canal. Pablo's childhood was never boring because he was surrounded by a loving family. As a teenager, Pablo was very active in sports. In fact, he made it to his high school's varsity basketball team playing the point guard position.
Nice.
Behind the scenes, his passion for music got ignited when he found the hip-hop artists like Eminem, Glock 9, G-Dragon, Looney, and NF. This is when he started writing songs in secret as an outlet for his emotions. He kept the dream of performing to himself because of his shy attitude. Most families in the Philippines believe that going overseas will set you up for life, and Pablo's family wasn't a stranger to that. He initially took up accountancy in college because the job was in demand abroad, but he immediately regretted it and felt that the course wasn't for him. He loved writing songs and wanted to get better at it, so he decided to shift his course to a Bachelor of Arts in English. This is when he started learning about poetry and different types of literature, which definitely played a big role in the future. In his senior year,
How does Chuck find all this information, man? I've already learned so much in the first 3 minutes. How does he find all this?
his younger siblings started going to college as well, and their family's income was no longer enough to keep them all in school. So he started working as a call center agent at night while studying in the morning. He worked a full 9-hour shift and also full-time in school. Honestly, I couldn't imagine how he survived all that, but he did. He got his bachelor's degree in English, and according to some sources, if only he wasn't a shifter, he would have graduated cum laude. He's a smart dude for sure, and also a responsible one. He was so responsible that after graduating, he immediately went to work as a data analyst for a real estate company to help provide for his family. It was a stressful job, but he was able to cope by watching his favorite K-dramas. From then on, everything was smooth sailing, until the big what if started bothering him. Deep inside, he had this unfinished business of making music. So one day, he decided to follow his passion while keeping his full-time job. He started joining rap battles and competitions as a soloist. He initially wanted to use Seismic as a screen name, which has a double entendre for seismic. But he never managed to share it because he is a shy dude, so he always ended up telling his real name instead. To this day, that screen name remained to be in Pablo's username on his social media accounts. If you want to know more about the meaning of it, check out the video I made about it. Link in the description. You can also join the highest tier membership if you want to support me and also be credited as one of the executive producers. Going back,
I hit the wrong
Pablo
button, I'm
kept
sorry.
competing despite not winning until one fateful night when Miss Hongganda of Show BT found him in a contest. She offered to train him as a solo artist but ended up becoming the leader of the boy group that would end up rewriting Filipino music history.
Wow.
They underwent a Korean training style that is notorious for pushing trainees to their absolute limits. Pablo reached a point that it became too difficult for him that he had to choose between his job and the training. Realizing that he was only half step in, he decided to go all in by quitting his job. He told his mom about it, and as expected, his decision was questioned. But she didn't stop him from chasing his dreams.
What is this footage from right here? What is this?
With his job gone, comes no income. Life became so hard for Pablo that he had to skip meals and sleep in their camp just to extend his remaining money for commuting back home every few days because his home was miles away. In order to survive, he performed in different Korean events with his group called PHP, which was also composed of other ShowBT trainees. This went on for 3 years. Fast forward to 2018, SB19 was formed and they debuted with a song called Tila Luha, which was written by none other than Pablo. This was a song that was supposed to capture the hearts of the Filipino people, but sadly, barely anyone cared about it. The same thing happened to their second single, Go Up. This was supposed to be the time when he could tell his parents that he has finally made it.
I love Go Up.
But instead, it became the reason why he started to question himself. This was a major blow to his confidence, so he shut himself off from the public and did some quote-unquote unspeakable things. If it wasn't for George and Pablo's faith in God, he wouldn't be here today. This was also around the time when he wrote the song La Luna, which exactly described the situation he was in. It's so wild knowing that his recent song actually came from several years back, and there's no telling how many he's already done because he describes himself as someone who always writes music. When the Go Up dance practice video was uploaded, their popularity snowballed. A follow-up song was released called Alab, which was also written by him, but the fans noticed that something was wrong.
Alab Burning was like the second or third song I ever heard from SB19. I think Gento was first, and then maybe Go Up was second. I'd have to go back and look, but Allah Burning I think was third, and that one was, I thought Allah was the first song they ever wrote because it sounds old to me.
Pablo's name was nowhere to be found in the credits.
In a polite way.
And when the movie Game Boys was released, SB19's Hanggang sa Huli was the original soundtrack, and it happened again. Twitter fans went ballistic, and there was even a movement that encouraged everyone to mass email ShowBT just to give him the credit he deserved. Thankfully, it was heard. If it wasn't for 18, maybe Pablo wouldn't have gotten the music royalties he has now. So what exactly is it that people don't understand about Pablo? Most people would say it's his sassy attitude, but I beg to disagree. We learned in his story that he's arguably the most introverted person in this group, and Stel perfectly described it in this clip.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na lang siya nagagano. Sa isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gagano. Tapos biglang gagano. Gagano po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
Some fans and even him also think that he's the worst dancer among them, but his co-members think otherwise.
I'm really bad at memorizing steps. Yeah, I'm really bad. So I take extra time.
But you're a good dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't even tell us that he can backflip. He's also a gamer. He even used his favorite video game character as an inspiration for one of his songs. Talk about a game changer.
And he had the Witcher
Most people think
hairdo
he's a poet,
in one of the
but
Wish
he
Bus
describes himself
performances.
more as a bard who tells his stories through his music. Music that transcends generations and is backed up by recognition.
The winner of this season of the Juki Music Awards is Pablo. Congratulations.
The winner of the Composer of the Year award goes to John Paulo Nasser. Congratulations.
Wow,
He
good
can
for him.
sing, he can rap,
There
he
you go.
can shoot,
Witcher
he
haircut
can
right there.
pop, he can play, he can snap, he can flip, and he can't stop. Pablo's mind is a race, and he's always 5 steps ahead of us. He does what he does because he strives for perfection, which brings us to the most misunderstood thing about him, his reputation as a genius. Sometimes it makes me wonder, why does Pablo keep on asking this question?
Why us? Why are we here right now?
The answer for me is the lesson I learned from his story. I learned that the person performs better when there's no safety net. He had no plan B. Pablo gave up everything and decided to go all in by focusing on getting better at his craft. He believed that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So he made the world his library to become the best version of himself and became the guy who worked while others slept, the guy who learned while others partied, the guy who led while others followed, the guy who lived like others only dreamed of. A leader has the capacity to translate vision into reality. And that's the answer to Pablo's why.
I love these. Well done again, Chuck. Everybody else did their research. Look at all the executive producers that helped with the editing and stuff on this. Give me a hell yeah. We don't have the join option
on this channel because I've received over 5,000 copyrights on this YouTube channel over the last 11 years. So we do not have that option. But yeah, YouTube reactors don't make very much money because we get copyrights on everything we do. So if you want to support Chuck, he just explained how. Go to his channel, hit join. If you'd like to support my show, easiest way is to go to patreon.com/localbandbg, and please go tier 1 or above. Even though tier 0 is free, it literally comes with no benefits. It doesn't really do a whole lot. So I encourage you to go to tier 1 or above, so you can actually be involved in the community. But this was awesome. I learned a lot about Pablo that I didn't know. I was unaware he was that shy. I knew he had an accountant job similar to Josh, I believe. And it was just interesting that he was pushed to the brink. I didn't know he had to sleep. He had to skip meals and sleep in the studio without traveling back and forth. That was fascinating. Yet again, 10 out of 10 going for Chuck as far as the editing and production of this video. Well done. Please support Pablo, who has his EP, I believe, is coming out. Man, I said this yesterday, and I feel like I said it the day before, but it seems like every day there's like another SB19 announcement or something. All the Stell EP just came out. All the Josh stuff is happening. Philippe Seven Sins was out like a month or two ago. Pablo's is coming out. I'm sure Justin's is going to be announced here in the near future. His is coming out October-ish. They just don't stop, man. They just don't stop. That's why you got to support them. Make sure you tell a friend about SB19 and their music and support them. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Consider clicking the subscribe button to my channel. If you need merch for your shows here in the States, go to mymerchguy.com. Use code LBS420 for a nice discount. Put your music, not there. If you make music, this is a different sponsor now. If you make music and you'd like to engage with your fans more than ever, please go to bandruption.com. And that they just partnered with Microsoft, so that company's amazing. Go check it out. And if you need MIDI drum tracks for your recording session or DAW system, go to drummidi.com. Also use code LBS420 just to make sure it's all in caps to get the 20% off at checkout. Other than that, though, guys, I am your host, BG, saying cheers. Keep blazing and peace. I'll see you next time.